Hi, I'm Nathan with Cabinets for You. This is Fish. He's going to be helping us do the assembly today for a easy reach base cabinet 33 inches. It's also known as a ERB 33. First, we're going to start with a wood tray. This is going to make it easier for assembly when we get down that line. We'll start with the swivel. When you put this on, there's pre-drilled holes in 4 corners. That'll make it much easier for you guys to put this on. So just line that up. Make sure that's straight. And then put the screws in the pre-drilled holes. You'll do the same thing on both trays. You put the music in. So I'll leave this one here and we got this is the base. This is the base, right?
Yeah, the bottom panel.
Yeah. Once you have that done, go ahead and grab the bottom panel. The bottom panel is going to be a 1/2 inch thick plywood. The top panel, just so you don't get it confused, is 3/4 inch, and it also has a finished edge on the front. This is going to be your shelf board, and that's how you're going to differentiate the two. So we'll start with the bottom panel. The bottom panel also has pre-drilled holes in 4 corners. This you'll line up with the bottom of this swivel, which has a hole for you to be able to put your drill through and screw those into these holes. And then as you screw it in, you'll turn it to the next and go through that hole, turn it to the next, go through there, and then so on and so forth until you have completed that. Once you finish this, you can move this to the side and grab the next piece. That's gonna line up already. Once you've completed this, you can move this along to the side so we can get started on the side panels. Put the first side panel down. We'll go ahead and get the metal L brackets and put these along the sides and get these ready for the back panel. So we'll grab the side panel, make sure that you have the right grooves in it. The thinner edge is gonna go right into the milled out section, and that should slide right in to place. Make sure that you line up the tops, bottoms, and the grooves on the inside. So we can go ahead and grab the bottom panel that we put together earlier, and we'll put this along the base inside the grooves and get that attached with the L brackets as well. Make sure once you get to the back panel, you have the holes that are already pre-drilled. You'll get your larger black screw and put it in to these two areas. Once that's done, go ahead and grab the very back piece. This is gonna have some wood edges, so you'll be able to tell the difference very easily. Make sure that the grooves are on the bottom, and that'll line up with the bottom panel. Should slide right in. And on the back side, you'll also have pre-drilled holes for the black screws. So this will come in and that'll screw in to the back panel as well. Once that's done, you can go ahead and turn this around and we'll get another side panel to put on this area. Okay, first we're gonna go ahead and put the brackets on so we can get that pre-drilled and ready before we put it up top here. So you'll put one bracket on the bottom. You'll put two brackets on the sides. So make sure when you put those brackets on that they go along the grooves on the inside, so that when you put this next board on here, that you have these brackets to screw into that board to make an L with it. We get this up, you'll have the smaller section here that's milled out, and that will slide right in to this side panel. And since you already put those L brackets, in there, you can go ahead and just screw that right in. So once you have that completed, we can flip this up and slide it right on top. Once you have this slid on, then you can go ahead and screw in the L brackets in the back. Once you have the L brackets on, you can go ahead and put the black screws in the back pre-drilled holes as well. That's gonna screw the side panels to the base panel. So now we'll put the shelf pins in. Once these go in, we'll be able to put the second shelf with the rotating tray we'll be able to just drop that right in from up top. Just like that. Once you get the shelf put in, underneath the shelf pins, you have a hole here, and then you'll put a screw that will attach the shelf pin to this shelf so that this will no longer move. So first we'll go ahead and put the side brackets on. The pre-drilled holes are already here. This is going to be for the face frame. So we'll go ahead and move the face frame over to the front of this cabinet, and we'll go ahead and get it attached right away. Make sure that once you put the face frame on, you start with the larger piece. This one has to go on first. The smaller will go on afterwards. So once you have it aligned, we'll go ahead and get this screwed on. Once the first side is on, we'll go ahead and get the second side. There's a pre-drilled hole on the back of the first face frame. You'll have a long black screw that'll go in here, and that will attach the two frame pieces to each other. Once we lift it up, we'll go ahead and get the other brackets screwed in. There's pre-drilled holes on the face frame. So once you get those put together, I'll make it a little bit more sturdy. So we'll get these face frames put together. You have two pre-drilled holes on the back for the long black screws, and you'll put another L bracket on the front. You also have two pre-drilled holes in the back that'll hold the face frame to the back side right here. We'll go ahead and connect the toe kick. You have pre-drilled holes on both sides. So once you put those together, then you'll use the long black screws to assemble this and get ready to put on the front of the cabinet. Once you have this connected, you can go ahead and put this down on the front and use your nailer to nail this together. Oh, so you got the gift card?
I did.
Next, we'll put the support bracket on. We have dowel pins. They go in to the holes here on both sides. This hole will go up front. These will slide in the back. You have to push these in. Slide that in, and then we'll use the long black screws for support. You got one pre-drilled hole in the front, one in the back. Next, we'll put the countertop support brackets on. So these are the hinges that are going to attach the doors to each other. Next, you'll put the other hinges on. These are the ones that are going to attach the doors to the cabinet box. Once we have the two doors attached, we can go ahead and put it on whichever side is relevant to what you're using. So you can have the door swinging left, or you can have the door swinging right. The holes are pre-drilled. There's going to be 2 holes for each hinge on this one. Make sure to put the rubber bumpers on the back of these doors so that when you close them, they're helping to stop that movement. That's how you assemble an easy reach base cabinet.